I was not supposed to find the book. Everything started with a cold draft in a hotel room. I travel a lot for work. Hotels all look the same after a while. Long hallways, old carpets, soft lights that never feel warm. That winter, I stayed at an old hotel called the Ashford. It was tall and narrow, squeezed between two newer buildings. I stayed in room 417. The first night, I felt a cold breeze behind my head while lying in bed. The windows were closed. The heater was on, but the air kept touching the back of my neck. I thought maybe the wall had a crack, so I pulled the bed away from the wall. The wallpaper looked loose. When I touched it, it moved too easily. I peeled it back. Behind it was a small hole in the wall. Inside that hole, wrapped in old cloth, was a book. I should have left it there, but I didn't. The book was old and heavy. The cover was dark leather with no title. There was a strange symbol on it, a circle with sharp lines going through it. I locked the door and sat on the bed. Then I opened it. The pages were filled with messy handwriting. Some words looked like Latin. Some I could understand. Some I could not. There were also drawings. The drawings showed tall, thin figures. Their arms were too long. Their legs were too long. Their faces were blurry, like someone had erased them. In the corners of the pages, someone had written notes in a different handwriting. Do not read this out loud. Stop before the third part. They can hear you. The last note stopped in the middle of a sentence. I told myself it was just a prank. Maybe someone made it as a joke. So I made a mistake. I read part of it out loud. The words felt strange in my mouth, heavy, hard to say, like my tongue did not want to move. As soon as I finished the paragraph, the room felt different. The sounds from outside became softer. The heater stopped making noise. Even the air felt thick. I felt like someone was watching me. I closed the book quickly and tried to sleep. At exactly 3:17 in the morning, I woke up. Someone was standing in the corner of my room. At first, I thought it was my coat hanging on a chair, but it was too tall. Its head almost touched the ceiling. Its arms hung down too far, almost to the floor. It did not move. I could not see its face clearly. It looked blurred, like smoke shaped like a person. I could not breathe. I blinked. It was closer. Not walking, just closer. I grabbed the lamp and turned it on. Nothing was there, but the book was open on the desk. I clearly remembered closing it. The next morning I tried to tell myself it was a bad dream. But when I went into the bathroom, I saw words on the mirror. The mirror was foggy, even though I had not taken a shower. On it were the words, "You invited us." My heart started racing. I decided to leave the hotel. I grabbed my bag and went to the door. The handle turned. The lock opened, but the door would not move. It felt like something was holding it shut from the other side. Then I heard breathing behind me. Not just one breath, many breaths, slow and deep. I turned around. There were 3 tall figures in my room. One near the window, one near the bathroom, one standing at the end of my bed. They were thin and dark. The air around them looked wavy, like heat rising from the road. I still could not see their faces, but I knew they were looking at me. The book on the desk started flipping its pages by itself. No wind, just fast, angry flipping. It stopped at the third part, the part the note had warned me about. I heard a whisper, not from the room, from inside my head. "Finish it." I do not remember deciding to move, but suddenly I was standing at the desk. I was reading. My voice was shaking, but I finished the third part. The room became freezing cold. Ice formed on the mirror. The figures grew taller, stretching up to the ceiling. Then they rushed toward me. They did not touch me with hands. They went through me. It felt like falling into deep ice water. I could not see the room anymore. I saw dark hallways, rooms hidden inside walls, faces trapped behind plaster, their mouths open but silent. I understood something. They were not part of the hotel. They were trapped inside the book, and I had let them out. The next thing I remember, I was lying on the floor. Police were standing over me. The room was destroyed. The walls were broken open. The bed was flipped. They said people heard me screaming. They said I was alone when they broke the door down. I told them about the book. They searched the walls. They found nothing. No hole, no book. I told them about the tall figures. That is when they sent me to a mental hospital. They said I had a breakdown. They said I was stressed and imagining things. I stayed there for 8 months. At first, I kept seeing the tall shapes in the corners of my room, in reflections. in shadows. Slowly, with medicine and therapy, they faded away. 3 months ago, the doctors said I was better, recovered. That is why I am telling this story now, because I remember everything clearly. I believed it was over, until last night. I was in my apartment bathroom when I felt a cold draft behind the mirror. The same kind of draft. I touched the wall. It felt soft, hollow. I pressed harder. The surface moved slightly. There is something inside my wall. I have not opened it. But at night, when it is very quiet, I hear a soft scratching sound. And sometimes I hear breathing. More than one. This morning, I woke up at exactly 3:17 a.m. In the corner of my bedroom, there was a tall shape, blurry, still, watching me. The doctors say I am healthy now. They say I am thinking clearly. And I am. Because this time I never read the third part out loud. But something did.